When I think about Caterpillar and how we're positioned to win, oftentimes I ask myself the question, why is it a great investment, be it for the investment community or a great, opportunity from an employee perspective? And for me, it's walking around, if you would, the wheel of opportunity that exists at Cat. I mean, first of all, and most importantly, is we serve great industries. It's one thing to be a great company, it's another one to serve great industries. And if you just think about what's going on in the world, and the build out of infrastructure, the pursuit of a higher standard of living, urbanization that's happening around the world, they all need the things that we bring, all the way from sewer to roads to water to power. If you think about a company that's positioned to bring that, there's just no company that serves better industries, I think, than we do. Secondly, as you pursue that opportunity, we have the great fortune of having the broadest lineup of products, machines, engines, as well as services. It's that Caterpillar complete portfolio of products, and all the way from engines to machines and to those services, that allows us to play in so many markets, in so many geographic territories of the world. In addition to that, if you think about our products, we have a higher degree of vertical integration than most of our competitors. And that vertical integration serves us well in a couple areas. First, if you think about product requirements today related to emissions in Tier 4 and Stage 3B, or the customer demand for better fuel economy, that vertical integration allows us to deliver that value better than anybody else. In addition, based on the fact that it is vertically integrated, it also feeds our product support business, which helps us get through the business cycle. The next thing, and it goes back in history, we have a global manufacturing footprint. We've been in Brazil since the 50s, Europe in the early 50s, Japan early 60s. We first entered China in the late 70s. I mean, people that have gone before us have built out this global manufacturing footprint that does a couple things for us. Number one is it gives us a very natural currency hedge. If you think about all the currency volatility between 2008 and 2012, and look at the small impact it's had on our profitability, it shows you the benefits of that global manufacturing footprint. The second thing it does is it allows us to compete locally around the world. I'm absolutely convinced we're a better company today because we've been going toe-to-toe with Komatsu in Japan since 1963. We'll be a better competitor tomorrow because we're going toe-to-toe with emerging Chinese competitors in China today. Next, as you come around the wheel, we have the best dealer network in the world. I'm just glad somebody around here started working on it in 1925. And it's what's allowed us not only to lead in the developed parts of the world, but also the developing part of the world. When I went to Johannesburg as part of my assignment with Caterpillar, the dealer in Johannesburg, South Africa, signed the sales and service agreement with Caterpillar in 1927. It shows the durability of the relationships and how those dealer relationships have stood the test of time. In addition, we are supported by a great supply base. A supply base that has responded like it's never responded before. If you think about it, 2009, revenues in the range of $32 billion. You think about today, 2012, revenues in the range of $66 billion. What other supply chain could have responded like that? Next, we have a business model that gets us through the tough times, the seed, grow, harvest. The fact that we build machine population, which allows our dealers to invest in the product support capabilities, parts and service, and then through the tough cycles that have come and will come again, it allows us to, if you would, harvest that product support opportunity. The realities of this business, I always say you measure your career by how many recessions you've survived. But that seed, grow, harvest business model gets us through those tough times. And then lastly, the glue that brings it all together is having the best team. A globally diverse, engaged leadership team that are just totally committed to supporting our customers and working in partnership with our dealers and suppliers. Yellow blood, however you want to describe it, but it's that commitment from leaders and employees around the world that truly makes Cat special. And then lastly, you wrap around that the financial strength that we have, the balance sheet that supports the company. I just think it gives us a company that's better positioned to win in the global marketplace than anybody else in our industry, and I'd argue with you, perhaps anybody else in any related or other industry. 1979, I picked CAT, and I'm not sure I had the understanding of all the possibilities, but I tell you, if I had to pick again, I pick Caterpillar.